I could have All is quiet on the cemetery grounds, despite the all-consuming heat of summer. But while speech may be silver, silence is golden beyond measure. Another day, another head kept on. The courage to admire the brilliance of the sky where birds so freely comes with a cost not all can afford. Another night, another shadow cast. Big broad the watch is round every corner, staring into every window and door, ensuring nothing disturbs the peace of night. One summer silence as an old improvement of honor. Today I wear it to the field, all those who raised the first banner. Silence looks good on you. Keep it. And maybe in moments of quietude, it will do you well to remember. There is always a price to pay for peace and security you take for granted. Just as there is always a punishment to bear for challenging the iron fist that guards your home. In front of you lies a prime example of what follows the recklessness of youth. Fairly you should say that in front of those who have laid on their lives, there is always a place in hell reserved for those who trade conscience for their skin.
Silence is born when the people fear their government.
Revolution
feast of dreams unrealized. I know that is bright for all, lost in flames and never again regained. Tell me, what will it take for this madness to stop spinning? What will it take for you to open your eyes, acknowledge the truth? What will it take for you to look at us? Look at us!
There is no worse tyranny than one that cuts off the limbs of its own city. A city can only be as free as its people strive to be.
lost the fire, and we cannot afford to lose more. Victory, victory at all costs. Step down, tyrant without greed. We stand at the edge of catastrophe, with nothing more than our lives to give. What will you then be?
Such impertinence, more juvenile speeches of self-importance. From the good for laughing adolescents, time to grow into the adults you should have been. Who do you think has to lead this loveless battlefield of the sea?
Clearly not yourself, who stands solely and above all justice and human conscience. Right next to the traitor who calls us mutinous, otherwise she knowingly tips into our hearts the tireless flame. existence, when yours is likewise built on illusion and pretense. You dare point your finger at me, when the remaining traitors fall on back at yourself. You dare, you dare, you dare. There is no riot, only the distorted reflection in your mirror. There is no riot, only the melting portrait of your conscience. There is no riot, only tyranny.
Consider